Before we get into the video, let me show you what I'm gonna eat before bed. I got 5 donuts, right? And I know y'all probably like, well, y'all like, I read the title and it said something about losing body fat and weight loss and all that. I don't know what I'm gonna title it yet though, right? But I know what you're saying. I just showed y'all 5 donuts. And I'm talking about fat loss, weight loss. Let me tell you how those actually help me lose weight. Doesn't make sense, right? Please, just let me listen. You gotta listen to learn, right? So, yeah, fat loss. Where's the fat? I ain't got none, right? Because somebody gonna be skeptical. I ain't got none, all right? Somebody gonna be skeptical still, even though I showed you. You gonna be like, what that mean? You know what I mean? People say what that mean every time I show somebody. Listen, calories in, calories out, right? I'm gonna show you the fastest way to lose fat, right? Me personally, I tell people all the time that when I lose body fat, I lose it slow and steady. But if I mess up and I gain a couple pounds and I want to get back ripped, and I want to get back ripped fast, this is what I would do. And I just said the word fast, right? I'm about to go to bed. That's my last meal. You about to eat donuts on your last meal? Yup, and some protein with it, probably some, I don't know. But listen, let's not get all over the place. If I'm gonna start my day off, right? Just waking up. Not literally, but I'm gonna take you to the scenario, right? If I'm just waking up, what would I do if I want to lose fat as fast as possible? I would eat before bed, right? Whatever I want. Why? To curb cravings, right? Because when you do what I'm about to say, your cravings, if you don't curb them, they'll go through the roof. And if you got strong willpower, that willpower is like a rubber band. Stretch it, stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. The better willpower you got, the further you can go back. But the further you go back this way, guess what? Paya. As soon as it breaks, the further you go that way. You're doing good, you're doing good, you're doing good, and you're doing horrible. Right? Why does that happen? A lot of people, that just hit home. If you have ever failed a diet or weight loss journey, that's what I mean. You probably lost 5, 10, 15 pounds and then gained it all back and then some. No disrespect to you because I don't know you. I don't know you from can of paint. I'm not talking to you specifically. I'm talking about what I see every day. I've been lifting for 12 years. I've been in the gym. And this is also how you can do it without counting your calories, matter of fact, and without going to the gym. If I just woke up on an empty stomach, I will fast 6 hours at least. That way the food from last night been gone. All the glycogen from my liver and my muscles been gone. I'm fasting. Guess what's gonna happen when you're fasting? Your body's gonna use body fat for energy. Your body's, if you're moving, your body, if you're even living, your body's gonna use this body fat for fuel, right? Especially if you're actually moving, it's going to use more of it, right? So what is that called? Ketosis. I'm not a keto dieter. You just seen I had 5 donuts. I am not a keto dieter at all, by any means, right? Because I'm going to have my carbs. All right, so a lot of people think carbs make you fat. No, but if you strategically cut your carbs out, or carb cycle, it can help you lose fat. Me, I'm against keto. I don't do keto, carnivore. I don't cut out food groups, right? So, but I can't still utilize it, even though that's not my thing. So, my first meal, I will have something that's very high in protein and fat. A lot of keto people, they might have moderate protein, high fat. What that's going to do? All right, you don't have any carbs in you. Your glycogen stores cannot refill. Your insulin cannot, you know what I'm saying, spike. Well, it'll spike a little bit. Protein and fat will spike your insulin a little bit, not like carbs, sugar, and stuff like that. So, your insulin's still low, and you're still in ketosis. your body's still main fuel source is fat. So as you eating the fat, healthy fat hopefully, but I'm just saying, any fat still, your body's going to use that as fuel because it doesn't have carbs. And guess what also is going to use? Still your body fat. And you just had high protein, which is going to take a lot for your body to break down. So guess what it's going to be burning just to break down that protein? Body fat. It's going to be synthesizing protein into lean muscle, and it's going to be using it for fuel, right? So when do I eat my carbs? If I'm on the fastest weight loss journey, right? If I'm on the fastest, this is my fastest way of losing weight, right? Losing fat, right? And we're not talking about water weight. We're talking about fat. But yes, if you're not eating carbs, guess what's going to happen? Your body's going to flush out a bunch of water weight. That's not the culprit, but if you wanted to just lose weight, that's an added bonus, right? So I will eat food like 6 hours later, bam. And then I will still keep moving. If I'm at work or if I'm shopping or taking care of the kids, going to the zoo, going wherever, doing whatever, cutting the grass, cleaning the house, whatever it is your body's using them it doesn't have. And also eating high fat and protein, you're probably going to eat less calories than if you was eating carbs, because carbs are addictive. It's like you probably, if I eat and you're going to fill up faster on the protein, right? So if I was going to eat, I got a big appetite, you probably still not going to eat more than 1,000 calories doing this, where you might have ate 2,000 calories. Yes, people eat 2,000 calories in one meal and they don't even know it because they never track. But with this, you don't really have to track, right? Because you're not going to overeat. So later on, you might have 2 meals, you might have 3 meals, right? If you're going to have 2 meals, make your second meal the same thing. And then your third meal, have your carbs. Have your sugar. And I'm not saying you should do this or not, because I don't know you from a can of paint. Maybe this ain't good for you. All right, that's what I'm saying I do. You know what I'm saying? This is up to you, and talk to your doctor or whatever. But later on, I have my whatever I want to eat. I just counted but me, I count calories. But I say you don't have to count calories doing this, because most likely you're going to be too full to really go over on your calories. It still is calories in, calories out, right? But I would recommend count calories. I always recommend count calories, all right? But plenty of people ate just like this without counting calories. A lot of people say, well, shouldn't I have better food in my last meal? Maybe, yeah, you should. You definitely should. But guess what? Whatever your favorite junk food is, if you cut it out cold turkey 9 times out of 10, you're going to relapse on it. You know what I'm saying? Real bad. And like I say, pulling that string back, that rubber band back, pie out the other way, right? Oh, I'm on a diet. I'll never eat chips again, even though you eat chips all the time. When you stop eating chips, months, if you last a month, pie out. You'll eat the whole chip out. You'll eat more chips than you ever did. Then you go think chips make you fat. No, chips. There's no food that actually makes you fat. None. The worst food you can think of doesn't make you fat. If you can think of the worst food, the highest calorie, trash, processed, whatever food in the world, and you knew your maintenance calories, and you ate just that food and ate under your maintenance calories, you'll still lose weight. I don't care if it was chips. I don't care if it was... Now, I know a lot of people have a lot of questions. I'm going to try to ask a few of the questions that I think people will ask, and I'm going to answer them, right? Good questions deserve good answers, all right? So, 6 hours of fasting after waking up. That don't sound like a lot of fasting, right? Because 6 hours ain't a long fast. Right. Guess what you was also doing when you was asleep? Fasting. So, the amount of time you was asleep, or from the last meal you just ate to 6 hours after, the amount of time you was asleep, till 6 hours after you woke up, right? So that's still way more than 6 hours. I don't know how long you sleep, whatever. But so it's not a very short fast. Okay. Also, the last meal being junk food, right? Like I said, that's the curb cravings, all right? And I'm not telling nobody what to do or what not to do. I'm just saying what I do. Not every day, All right, where's the fruits, the vegetables, the fibrous foods, the ones with vitamins and minerals and all that? I'm talking about the fastest way to lose weight, right? Not the healthiest way, the fastest way, right? And I eat healthier than 99.9% of people throughout my day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out of my life, right? So if I just wanted to hurry up and lose fat really fast within a couple weeks, 2 weeks or so, I ain't worried about that. I'll get back on that in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'm just worried about what's going to get the fat off as fast as possible. Any accumulated fat that I accumulated as fast as possible. All right? Because everybody want to do that, right? Right. But that's the wrong way of doing it, right? Right. But guess what? We're talking about a very short temporary time. Right. Also, donuts. That's pretty much just bread with sugar and it's carbs and stuff. A lot of people, and it's right before bed. You mean sugar and carbs right before bed, yo? And guess what? People that disagree with that, they ain't got what I got. You know what I'm saying? Also, why did I say you don't gotta go to the gym? You don't have to go to the gym to lose weight. Me personally, going to the gym can help you lose weight, but a lot of people go to the gym and they don't lose any weight, and they do way more cardio than I do. I go to the gym and I lift weights. I don't go to the gym to lose weight, right? I use my diet to lose weight. Calories in, calories out. My neat calorie burning. Non-exercise, whatever, you know what it's called, right? I use that to burn calories. Why? Because a lot of times you burn calories as fast as possible. You're running, then you're gonna be starving, and then you're gonna eat more calories than you burn. Not saying don't do that stuff. I ain't saying don't do cardio like that because it's good for your heart. Fat loss, weight loss, not as good as most people think. That's why there's a lot of people who weigh well over 300. I'm not dissing. I'm just saying this is facts. There's a lot of people that weigh well over 300 pounds and they've been in the gym for years. Or you can do this with clean food at the end instead of donuts. And then you combine fasting with keto with a balanced diet. You know what I'm saying? Including carbs. So you're not really on keto. You know what I'm saying? I don't do keto. I would never, I'll repeat that. I would never, ever do keto. Yes, you can have keto potato chips and keto this and keto that. Different types of keto foods. I'm good, man. No. When I have a cheap food, I'm going to have it for real. If I want to go eat burger and fries, I'm going to have real burger and fries. And sometimes when I have that burger and fries, sometimes I'm going to have a diet drink. Sometimes I have full sugar soda. You know, depending on my caloric needs at the time, and depending on how successful I've been. All right. Now, I'm not the type of person that's going to celebrate my weight loss with pigging out. But I am going to make room to where if I do pig out, it ain't going to hurt me as much. Like I say, watch my other videos, what to do after a cheat meal when I was eating more cleaner. It is not the same advice. This is advice I don't usually give, right? In this video you're watching now, or you just watched. And watch my New Year's videos. Bam. You want clean eating and lose weight the way you think you should lose weight? Watch those, but it takes a little bit longer. These are the slow and steady, the right way to go. This is just a quick little, get it off me real quick. You know what I'm saying? Comment, like, subscribe, share, holler back at your boy. Peace. Oh, the dirty food is the curb cravings. All right?